This next core value is really special because it's what we named our church. Our church is called All People's Church. And so this core value is that we value all peoples. Now it's very important that we said all peoples because it transcends just ethnicity or race. That we want to be a church that resembles heaven. And heaven, according to Revelation 5:9, it just gives this picture that all the saints who come to Jesus, they're going to be from every tribe, tongue, nation, and they're going to be, in other parts of the scripture, we see this idea that the rich and the poor will be among us. And so all peoples means all kinds of peoples. It means the rich, it means the poor, it means the popular, the unpopular, it means the widow, the orphan, it means the family man, it means all these different kinds of people, the skeptic, those who are homeschooled and have know all the answers, all kinds of peoples. And the more we look like heaven and look like the end times picture of what is going to happen when Jesus comes and makes all things new and brings all these people together, the more we look like that, the more we're showing that Jesus is real. This beautiful picture in John chapter 17 is this idea that the people, as they see our unity that we have with each other, this love with each other, will mirror the love the Trinity has within itself. And when they see this kind of love among all these people, they'll marvel and say, Jesus is real. I know that Jesus was sent by the Father. Jesus is God's Son. And so if our church only looks like me, only looks like you, and it doesn't show the differences, the multicultural, multi-generational, all the multis that you can think of that make up our city, then do we really have a gospel that's good? If it only brings people who are just like, we don't want to be a church where a skeptic can walk in and say, oh, well, I get it. You guys all love to be with each other because you're all like each other. You all like the same things. You all look the same. You all dress the same. You go all shop at the same place and eat the kind of same foods. Easy. But you know what? What's really, really hard is for people who are not like each other at all, who eat different kinds of foods, and maybe the food smells, or people who dress differently, who have different mannerisms, or their sense of humor is different, or their backgrounds are different, or maybe they're really old, or not old, but they're older, and someone is really young. And they're spending time with each other and they're loving each other. See, that is a kind of love that makes people turn heads and say, wow, something's there. Because those kind of people don't hang out together in the world. Those people have nothing to do with each other. And so we want to be a church of all peoples that represent ultimately what is going to happen when Jesus comes back, but display the power of the gospel, the power of the gospel that brings people who are very different from each other together, because now we have a new important thing, a thing that unites us, and that's Jesus, that he becomes the most important thing in our life. And so because even though I may like a certain thing and this other person may not like a certain thing, and we may like different foods and dress differently and have different backgrounds and different heritages and so forth, but because Jesus is the thing that unites us, we can be brothers, we can be sisters, we can be really good friends, we can be family, and we can show the world that Jesus is real. So we want to be a church, and we value to be a church of all peoples.